Blessings and good evening. Tonight we've come once again to practice meditation together. At the moment here in South Australia it's very cold, very windy, a little bit wet with a slight drizzle. So as monks we are typically quite exposed to the elements, exposed to the cold, exposed to the wind, and exposed to the rain. Whenever we walk from one lodging to another, or we're doing different duties of a Buddhist monk, whether that's helping with the chores in the monastery, sweeping, doing jobs of construction, or walking meditation out in the open, we can often have thoughts of liking and disliking. Maybe when we have the cold feeling, the wind blowing hard, and the cold weather, and then plus the wet of the rain coming down, we can have maybe an aversion to that experience. But because we're in a monastery, we've got some space and time to contemplate our reactions to the different aspects of our lives. That's simply being in the cold. What's happening in our minds when we say that we are cold? Often we create a storyline around how we can't cope with cold, we need warmth. And if we're cold, we're going to suffer. Sometimes it's a physical health ailment that we do need to keep warm. But most of the time it's our mental suffering, which comes with what we call dukkha vedana, which is unpleasant or painful feeling. So when you're exposed to something that you find unpleasant, how do we keep our minds even and calm when we're experiencing something that we don't want to experience? And the answer to that question comes through your own practice. We have to ask that question of ourselves when we are experiencing that cold. Am I making this a bigger deal than it needs to be? Does cold weather need to affect my mind state? Or can I lift my mind state to be above the condition of both cold and heat? This can be an invaluable lesson and also a training that we can cultivate in our practice to be one who is, shall we say, above both liking and disliking, or pleasure and pain. gain and loss, prestige and loss of prestige. We can lift our mind to be above that, in the sense that we're no longer swayed by these conditions that we find ourselves within in our lives, whether that's at work, at home. We're constantly getting swayed by various external conditions which affects our minds. So we build this resilience of mind when we ask ourselves those questions with mindfulness. We investigate a little bit deeper as to how to keep this even, peaceful mind despite pleasant and unpleasant conditions. So like I said, in the monasteries, monks have time to inquire a little bit into these experiences, because we are exposed to them regularly. We can't run away from them. So we can bring that contemplation back to our meditation as well. So sometimes we judge our meditation as being good meditation and bad meditation. I like good meditation. I don't like bad meditation. I like sitting with no sound. I like sitting with some type of Dhamma talk playing. There's the liking and disliking, the opinions on what is correct, what is incorrect, start creeping in even to our meditation practice. But can we be peaceful and calm with whatever conditions that we find ourselves in, accepting that this is the way it is in this present moment at this time, and learning how to let go of the liking and disliking, mostly about why is it like this, why can't it be like that. So this is just another reflection which we can maybe contemplate and incorporate into our lives, being mindful of what our minds are doing, how we habitually follow both liking and disliking. So for the next period of time we can practice together, bringing up mindfulness, trying to stay with our meditation object and letting go of any distracted thoughts that start taking us off topic and away from the meditation. And we can do this until the sound of the bell.